Wait, you were saying the background sound, is it coming from you? Oh, wala na. Okay na.
Wala.
Okay.
Nadidinig niyo po kami, sir?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. Okay, I can hear you. Sige, sige. Um, so we have triangle ABC, which is actually isosceles kasi ABC equal to AC. So therefore, A is the vertex angle. And then angle BAC, that's angle A. And its cosine is 1/3. So anyway, no need to talk about your first submission because I was already able to point out the issues with it. Okay lang, basta keep on trying. And so actually, doon pa lang sa point na may issues na, hindi ko na tinuloy kasi ano based na siya on something wrong. So the next submission was something that you submitted just a while back. Ang bilis mong nasulat ito kung gano'n. So, but yes, actually, I forgot to plug. Okay, so we can represent BC as 3x because it's trisected.
Actually po, may mga, yung sa, may previous po na submission before that po. Yung sinabi nyo nga po, dot is, art, yung mga arc sine.
Inverse.
Ano ng mga inverse yan? Kasi um we
Ano, may mga,
let's start.
may mga proof po ko, kasi po yung AP is equal to AQ yata po. Dapat po yan, dapat po kumbaga lalagay niyo po dyan.
Right. Nung nakita ko, pero okay na yon kasi I think as long as numerical symmetry, nung kumbaga, itayo mo nung triangle ABC, tapos AB is equal to AC, and then P and Q are, divide BC equally, then yeah, everything is going to be equal as expected. All right, now, so we have representations for BC, and then AC and BA, and then we are given angle A, not exactly, but in terms of its cosine. Pero imagine na din natin yun, if you look at the three elements, angle opposite 3x, and then the other two sides. So that sets the stage for the law of cosines. So what we end up writing is the law of cosines, where ito nga, in place of cosine angle BAC, you get 1/3. And so that's how you get something exact. We would have 2 minus 2/3, so that's going to be 4/3 y squared. And so there and then you get something nice. X is, or rather y is 3 square root of 3 over 2. So there you go. Okay. When I saw this last time, kasi ang way of thinking ko kasi was ganito. Imagine BC is given. Tapos you have an isosceles triangle. So that means, nung point A, pwedeng nandito si point A, nandito sa dot na to, or pwedeng si point A, nandun sa dot na yon. Or si point A, nandito sa dot na yon. Alright? They all differ though in how big the opening is. But we are given information about the angle that it cannot be too big, it cannot be too small. Whatever that angle is, its cosine should be exactly 1/3. So that gives me the idea that nung vertex point, it couldn't be just anywhere. It has to be at a particular point where cosine BAC is equal to 1/3. And so information about the cosine tells us how high that vertex point should be, and therefore it will determine how long these two congruent sides are going to be. So I figured, then if BC is X, we should then have a way of expressing Y in terms of X. So kasi kumbaga, Y depends on the angle and also on X, so it should be possible to come up with an equation like this. So kaya naging ganun ang point of view ko, there has to be an equation we can write down.
Aba.
Ayun. Ang example ko naman dito halimbawa, meron tayong triangle isang triangle, tapos ang binigay lang sa atin side ng BC. Tapos that's X. And then AB, let's say the side is represented by Y. Pero kasi, suppose the problem never mentioned anything about, the problem never mentioned anything about this angle. Walang sinabi tungkol sa angle na to. Not by way of, kunwari, oh, the cosine of this angle should be this. The sine of the angle should be that. Which means, even if the length of AB is given and the length of BC is given, ang mangyayari, nung AB, pwedeng nandito si A. Pwedeng nandito si A. Pwedeng si A nandito. And so, if Z is the length of the third side, given only X and Y, we cannot come up with a way of relating Z in terms of X and Y. Dapat alam natin gaano kalaki ng angle.
Pero po,
Alright, so,
Z is equal to Y po eh. Kasi isos.
ano yan?
Z is equal
Sorry.
to Y.
So what I'm drawing here is a different situation na dito sa taas.
Opo.
It's a different situation na if you have certain quantities and the given conditions are enough to determine what one of the parts is, like here, the angle and X are enough to determine how long Y is, then it should be possible to come up with an equation relating all those things.
Opo.
Dito naman, sa illustration ko, on the side, even if you're given the value of X and you're given the value of Y, that's not enough to help us figure out how big Z is going to be. Therefore, in that case, we should not expect to be able to write down an equation for Z relating it to X and Y. Kailangan meron tayong angle.
Opo. Parang
Okay,
po sa
so-
quadrilateral po, kaya po kailangan, kasi medyo na-cringe po ako eh. When I saw it, parang hindi po siya Heron's formula eh. Pero it turns out pala, kailangan po syempre ng parang angle po sa para mahanap po yung area in terms of just the sides. Kailangan po ng angle.
Wait, what are you talking about? No Heron's formula?
Kasi parang iniisip ko po,
Are you talking about the
is
heroes?
can the Heron's formula be applied to quadrilaterals? Hindi pala po. Kailangan po ng angle. Ganun po yung same na ano po.
Same argument.
Same
Yeah,
argument.
hindi enough. Kasi if you're just given the sides of a quadrilateral, even if given no order, the thing is, pwede kang mag-drawing ng halimbawa, the sides are 4, 4, 4, 4 para madali. Those, gagawin natin 5, 5, 5, 5. Pwede kang mag-drawing ng square of side length 5.
Pero yung rhombus
Pwede
po.
ka din mag-draw. Oh, and in fact, infinitely many rhombi, I think yun ang plural, or gusto mo rhombuses. So here's the thing, the information about the side lengths is not enough to tell us the specific shape of the quadrilateral. Therefore, we should not expect that given only these sides that we should be able to determine the sides, the area. No. All right. So I think yun is sinasabi mo. Sa triangle, the 3 sides are enough to determine how to draw the triangle. So therefore, there should be a way to determine the area given just the 3 sides. And that happens to be Heron's formula. But for a quadrilateral, hindi pwede. So walang Heron's formula for a quadrilateral. Unless there is an additional condition. Okay? Meron tayong tinatawag na Brahmagupta's. Have you by any chance heard about this?
Yung cyclic po, kailangan po it must be...
Yeah. Oo.
Right.
So if you have a cyclic quadrilateral, di ba, no formula for the area of the quadrilateral looks very much like Heron's formula. So yeah. All right, now back to your solution. I remember when I saw this, may 17 over 19. So this is promising. Tignan natin ngayon.
This must be correct. I will, adman na po ako.
I just want to go back to oh, all right. Sandali. Find cosine of angle PH.
Cosine po? Ay, sorry.
Oh.
It means po. Diba, it doesn't mean,
Therefore,
hindi rin po siya, nandun na rin po siya eh. Nasa taas.
hindi. -1.
Why?
-1.
No!
That's why I had to scroll back. Also, ay nako,
Sayang.
dapat capital letter ang sentence. -1 again.
What?
Walang period. Di ba? End your sentences with a period and start with a capital letter. -1. Also, dapat, therefore.
Since po siya, since the
Just
other
so
value
nasulat
of...
mo. Alright. So ngayon, you now have only 1 out of 5 points. For that, ang daming ginawa, no? Alright,
Life,
1 point ka lang.
life status po, gone.
Alright. Okay. So I is correct. For angle PAQ, so kasi ito nung angle na yon. Anyway, sige, let me see what you did. Kasi when I tried this out, iba nung ginawa ko. So let me just look at what you did. AR squared is y squared minus, yes. All right. I guess you forgot the x here.
Sorry, opo. May X dapat po.
The 3 square root of 3 over 2. So meron tayo 3 halves, 3 minus 1, 2 square root of 2. All right. Okay. So this is correct. AR is indeed equal to that. So ito nung height. And so from that, we can figure out AP. AR squared plus RP squared. AP squared of x plus 1 half. So meron tayong 1 half. 9 times 2, 18 plus 1, 19. So that's AP. All right. That's correct.
Yes.
And so finally, you use the cosine law. All right, which is yeah, okay, x squared. So that minus cosine angle PAQ. And you didn't show the work, but yeah, I suppose that's what it's gonna end up being equal to. Let me just verify. X squared equals 19 over 4, which is doubled. And then 19 over 4, which is also going to be doubled. So 1 minus the cosine of angle PAQ with x squared, which is eventually going to be canceled. So we have, or tama ba gawa ko? Double, right, yeah. The cosine. All right, 1 times 4 over 38, and then that's going to be 1 minus, okay, 34 over 38, so
Yes.
yeah, 17 over 19. Okay. Here is another approach, but of course, what you did is correct.
Good.
So let angle PAQ be twice theta. Okay, kasi kung ito nung angle, so okay, ito nung Q, and then C is somewhere here. All right. So because you have the altitude, it bisects angle PAQ. So that means this is theta. This is also theta. Okay. So ngayon, we're interested, therefore, in what is the cosine of twice angle theta. But from triangle PAR cosine theta is equal to AR over AP. So AR is 3 square root of 2 over 2x. Ito yon. And then AP. Wait, did you have AP? Wala, no? Wala pala no AP. Oh, wait. You do have it here. Great. A square root of 19 over 2. So this is going to give us 3 square root of 2 over square root of 19. So therefore, cosine of angle PAQ equals cosine of twice theta 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. And that's
What?
where we're going to use
No.
this.
How's this working?
Sige. Have a look at it first.
This
So-
will be applied every single na nagawa.
Okay. So 2 cosine squared theta minus 1 is an alternative expression for cosine twice theta. So just plug it in.
Hey, it is square root of 97 and it is 17 over 19. Wow.
But I wonder if I made this 9 times 2. Check lang if I made the mistake. Dapat of course 17 over 19 pa rin. But-
17 over 19.
Oh wait. Right, okay, sorry, I forgot. Minus 19 pala to. Kasi it's minus 1. Alright. So this will be 9 times 2, 18 times 2, 36. And that's, 17 over 19.
Ha.
Alright. Okay, multiple approaches.
Epic.
Okay, so that puts a lid on one particular problem, in particular this one. So we're left with something I added. So at some point since Feb 1, so let's put a green box on it. So do try it out along with marami pang problems in the past. Okay.
Meron po siya nagawa before, hindi namin makita yung ngayon pala po siya nag-adapt si Joshua kasi burara po siya eh. Kaya hindi namin
Okay.
Sabi ko, if we're not able to find them, you just need to solve them. But
No!
at least,
Yeah. Ayan kasi Joshua hindi mo tinatago eh. Hindi mo
sabi ko,
tinatago.
pinaghirapan mo tapos hindi mo tinago na mahusay.
Patay.
Hinahanap niya po sa amin lagi mga gamit niya.
Yeah, Joshua, pag nasulat mo, take a picture right away. Or write it in a notebook. In a notebook kasi my scratch work, I have scratch sheets of paper. Pero kasi ako, if I write on separate scratch sheets of paper, I make sure to put them where I know where to look for them. Otherwise, notebook. So I have a notebook kasi pag notebook hindi lilipa rin ng ventilador.
Apo.
So hindi madaling mawala. At some point, parang you would have to go back. Madami kang dadaan ng pages, but if you're sure you wrote it somewhere there, you're safe and you're comforted it's there. Hindi mo na makita, but at least you know where it is. Okay.
Apo.
Aba.
So gusto ko pang mag-law of cosines because ultimately it's not just, if I'm gonna ask you to recite the law of cosines and the law of sines, madali lang yun, kaya but actually using them. So this is where we build up the mathematical maturity
Kailangan niyo po,
and stuff.
dapat you must use po yung law of tangents.
Law of tangents? O sige, hanap ako. Sige, subukan ko. Law of tangents. Pinrove na natin
Pag
Anyway,
kami nakita
yes.
po kami, is it okay pag kami nakita po kami na parang mahirap na problem,
Problem.
pwede po namin
Yes, yes, yes.
share. Opo.
Actually, ganito. I consider myself a problem solver. That's how I prepare myself for all the different things that I do. It's difficult, pero minsan what I do is, I read solutions. Siyempre, ang dami ginagawa sa bahay,
Opo.
and work, and then mga outreach programs. But I still try. So definitely, something challenging.
Opo.
Actually, do
Ano
they
po,
have anything
dapat
right
po,
now?
dapat po gagawin,
Hindi na ako po eh.
bibigay po ako ng ano po, parang millennium problem pero na-conceal lang.
Yun naman, millennium problem.
Pagka na-solve niyo po yun, ha? Thank!
Yay! Alright. Pero wag naman ganun. This is something na pang problem solving at the level of competitions. Okay. So the problems. Example. So illustrate ko na lang. So we have in right triangle A, B, C with in right triangle ABC. AB is 24 and BC is equal to 7. Point D divides the hypotenuse AC. So earlier it wasn't clear yet which is the hypotenuse, but and where the right angle is. But now the hypotenuse is AC. That means the right angle is at point D. Point D divides this hypotenuse such that AD over DC equals 2/3. Find BD.
Right triangle ABC. Okay, given.
All right, so AB is longer. So we already talked about how the right angle is at
Kung
B.
may binigay po na parang right triangle, is it understood that the middle letter is where the right angle is?
No. We should not assume that. So given right triangle ABC is B where the right angle is, no, we should not.
Opo. Sayang hindi ginawang convention.
AB is 24, BC is 7. Would you know how long AC is?
PT.
The hypotenuse?
Opo.
How long is it?
25, exactly. For some reason.
Uh-huh.
Or triple.
Yeah. 25. Okay, over time, natatandaan na lang natin paulit-ulit. Mga 6, 8, 10, 5, 12, 13, 7.
5,
Yeah.
12, 13, 7, 24, 25. I forgot 9, 40, 41 yata.
Oo nga, may parang ganun eh. May 44 and 40.
Ayun po,
40 and 41. Ayun. So anyway, AD is shorter than DC. They're parts of the hypotenuse. So AD. So AC is 25, and because AD is to DC as 2 is to 3, then can we determine AD and DC? Can you tell me what they are?
AD and BC. Wait a minute.
AD and DC, the parts of the hypotenuse.
Sayang! Kasi, it's 2 out of
Why?
2 over 3. I thought po kasi kung if it was divided in, if D was the midpoint of AC, then I could, instead of, if I could just, I could just use the circle. Now I can't.
Alright, but no. Okay. We're trying to find. Okay, we want to
Yes,
find.
you can still find it po because let AD equals 2x, then DC will become 3x. So AC equals 5x. So 25
Alright.
equals 5x, x equals 5. So AD equals 10, and then DC is equal to 15.
Right. Okay. Ayun. So sorry, but okay, that's the easy part. 10 and then 15.
Then
Now There you go. Find BD.
Oh no.
There should be a way to determine BD. Kasi, ano eh, pag mag-drawing ka ng right triangle with right angle at B, let's say 7 centimeters, and then 24 centimeters. So, the AC is going to be 25 centimeters, and then you measure the location of D. Nung D, isa lang ang location niya eh. Therefore, there's only one possible segment BD. So it should be possible based on the given information to determine how long BD is. It's
I have an
now just a
idea po.
question of, sige, okay,
So, cosine law for the big triangle ABC. So, it is
okay.
obviously known na we can find from here po because we know all of the sides. We can know what BAC is. And then from
For,
BAC, we
you,
do
you mean angle BAC.
abo, we can
So
find that.
let's call this alpha. So for example, well, cosine alpha is equal to 24 over 25. So if
Abo.
we're thinking of the arc cosine, inverse cosine, sige, yes, we can find alpha. But
We
next
don't
tell
need
me
that
how,
po.
ano yan?
We don't need to use the arc cosine. The arc cosine.
Oh, actually, we don't. So you said you were,
Use
how then
another
can we find BD?
Opo, use another cosine law and because we know what AD is. And then we can get
Yes, yes. You know what? This was not the solution I was thinking of, but it works perfectly. All right. So actually, let's go ahead and do it. BD squared. Is this what you're thinking of?
Opo.
All right. So let me write down. So cosine alpha is 24 over 25. So BD squared is equal to 24 squared plus 10 squared minus twice 24 times 10 times 24 over 25. I said this is the cosine of alpha. Awesome. Amazing. All right. So 24 squared plus 10 squared, and then 576. Actually, yeah, I guess that.
I have to do it manually.
I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to.
It's
So sige,
1076.5. So
try mo i-compute. I have 24 squared. 1 minus
576 and then times 1/5 times 24 over 25. Oh, plus 10 squared. Okay, so plus 100. 100. What is 100?
ano talaga
20.
576 over 5 plus 500 over 5. I think yun na talaga.
1076 point over 5. 1076.
Alright. Okay, so BD, ano na lang naman factor out natin dito? 4, 2, 7.
4 lang po. Times 269.
4 lang, no?
Tapos
Alright.
ang 269 is prime ba? As a conjecture.
About 7.
Hindi po.
No. 13, no. Hindi na sa
It's time
269.
to ano po,
And
it's time to check manually.
20. I'll start with
Hey, 269 po is a prime number.
prime. Oh, parang ano eh, mga the close square is 225, 15. Tapos so if you look at the primes from mga let's say 17. Wait, yeah, mga 13, 11, 7, hindi na divisible. So ito na. So 2, and then ayan. Square root of 269 over 5. Pwede pang i-rationalize, but okay. There you go. That's it. What I'd like to do is, okay, I'll go back to this, but before I go back to this, let me
Sadly, it's
go
not
to
E.
this example, the different one. So we have in
Triangle ABC.
triangle, yeah, A,
Ah,
B, C.
predicted.
A, B equals 4, B, C equals 8, and A, C equals 6.
What?
Point point D. So so this is not a right triangle. Point
No.
D is the midpoint of BC.
Oh, dang.
Find, what do you think?
Find ED.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, this is not a right triangle, so I can't use the circumcircle. No!
Ha ha ha.
Why?
But BC is 8 and D is the midpoint.
Ah, what's that?
So 4
Bisector
4.
theorem. Angle bisector theorem.
Angle bisector?
Oh wait, it's not the angle bisector. Uh,
Yeah.
oh no. Find ED. I'm out of ideas. Hmm. Same strategy? I think that's possible. Because the cosine law applies to any triangle. So you can just find...
But yeah, however, we found cosine of alpha earlier easily from the fact that we had the right triangle. Diba? Cosine of alpha is 24 over 25. Ay, sige, pwede pa rin gawa ng paraan.
But it will take a
So,
lot of...
okay. And if it takes a lot of time, then why don't we go ahead and do that? So,
Probably parang, kumbaga po may nakita ko yung path po to yung may woods po na. So you walk through the woods only to realize there's a train station.
yeah, but then you wouldn't have discovered it if you explored. Or you can't just go sit there and then hope may train station pa. And there's value in walking through the woods, even if you realize earlier that there is an easier path. Okay. So ginawa mo kanina, ginamit mo no, let's say gamma naman this time. Sige, how would you do it?
Cosine law. So from the big
So
triangle,
from the big triangle, all right.
4 squared equals 6 squared plus 8 squared minus 2 times 6 times 8.
Wait. 4 squared equals 6 squared plus 8 squared minus
Minus 2 6 times 8 times cosine gamma.
Okay. Sana pala ito nung binigay kong something for you to do at home, no? All right. So
Opo.
from this one,
Di buti nga po, hindi po yun po yung binigay niyo po kasi masasolve ko right away po.
Nyark. All right. So ito, cosine gamma is, so ayan, 6 squared plus 8 squared minus 4 squared over 2 times 6 times 8. Mamaya ko na siya simplify. Okay,
Cosine,
and then for to figure out trying AD, is ano naman gagawin mo?
since we know gamma, the cosine gamma and 6 and 8, we can calculate AD by still using the cosine law. So
On which triangle?
ADC, ACD.
All right.
Okay,
So we have AD squared equals
6 squared plus 4 squared minus 2 times 6 times 4 times cosine gamma.
all right, but cosine gamma is 6 squared plus 8 squared minus 4 squared over 2 times 6 times 8.
Which is 7/8.
Basta na-compute mo na? Okay, so ito 4, 8, so you have 2. So meron tayong over 2. 2 times 6 squared, and then minus 6 squared, 2 times 4 squared, and then minus, so plus 4 squared, and then minus 8 squared.
Oh no!
Okay lang kung hindi integer. So you have
Minus 6 squared plus 2 times 4 squared
36
plus 4
times
squared
48, 64.
minus 8 squared over 2 equals 10.
Minus 10. All right. Same answer, square root of 10 for AD.
Abo.
All right. Okay. All right. So this is one method. Another method. Actually, nothing wrong with what you did. So it's neither better nor more inferior. But let me just for the sake of completion, let me point out
Okay.
another approach. Law of cosines pa rin.
Ah.
Theta, tapos ito in degrees, 180 degrees minus theta. But the first observation, how are the cosines of theta and 180 minus theta related to each other?
They are negations of each other.
Yes. All right. So I hope you're much more comfortable with those facts now. They're negatives of each other. What about their sign? SINE.
Oh, so they're equal.
Yeah. Okay. Now, in triangle ABD, let's write down the law of cosines using theta as an angle opposite 4, which is AB. So we have 4 squared equals 4 squared plus AD squared minus double 4 times AD cosine theta. All right, do you see that? So we don't know AD, but it appears here in our equation. Let's do something similar on triangle ACD. This time, thinking of 6 opposite angle 180 degrees minus theta. 6 squared equals 4 squared plus AD squared minus 2 times 4 times AD, and cosine of 180 degrees minus 5. Sorry,
Yes,
180 degrees minus theta, all magka-cancel nung may mga cosine because they're negatives of each. So, 6 squared equals 4 squared plus AD squared plus 2 times 4 times AD cosine theta. And having that those opposing signs, plus or minus, allows us to to have 4 squared plus 6 squared equals 4 squared plus 4 squared plus double 8 squared.
No.
All right. So AD squared is 6 squared minus 4 squared over 10 or over 2. Okay, advanced like I said. So over 2. So 20 over 2. So 10. So same result.
Ah.
So 2 ways in which you could use the law of cosines. Because even though you're using different triangles, you have a way of relating the angles. So in your solution, we looked at 2 triangles, ABC and ADC, and they happen to share the same angle gamma. So that's what we used. In this other solution, we used those two triangles ABD and ACD. They have different angles, but it's okay because as far as the cosine law is concerned, it's the fact that their cosines are negatives of each other, which allowed us to simplify the situation. So what I would like you to do is, Joshua, uh, let me put it as a box here, and let me present the following drawing. In general, we have the following triangle with sides A, B, C. So this is B and C, and BC is A, length A. But let's draw a segment AD.
Where D is the midpoint, I'm guessing.
Not necessarily.
No.
Not necessarily. The AD could be the median. AD could be the angle bisector, or AD or BD is that orange segment which just connects a vertex with a point on the opposite side.
Sivian?
Yes.
Yan.
All right. And the CV AD divides the opposite side into segments of lengths M and N. So therefore, M plus N equals A.
What?
M plus N
Oh.
equals A. Well, kasi BD plus DC make up BC, which is a segment of length A. Find AD squared in terms of A, B, C, M, and N. Right?
Still slow. B.
Not right now, though. Just wanted to leave it there.
What is it?
Tapos, I have a word problem. So I'm just going to copy and paste the problem statement.
Still right there.
It's just a word problem. It's not proving. Puro, most of the time, puro proving tayo. So, or gusto mo start mo na to. Today is 12.
This is it.
And then I think maybe, and then we will see if this is easy or we will adjust the level of difficulty.
Hindi siya kahirap po.
No, I mean not that, but ito.
Oh no. It's a word problem. First time.
Told you it's a word problem. And yes, I recognize it's the first time. First time for everything.
Oh no. First step, always draw a figure.
which I already did.
What? No, you could not have possibly drawn that po.
Why not?
It looks so
Why
suspicious.
not? Hey, did you not believe in my skills? Huh?
No way
Like,
that is real.
look at the shading. That's right up my alley. Okay, isn't that within my skill set, my skill level?
Shit.
Okay, so a ship leaves port and sails for 4 hours on a course of 78 degrees at 18 knots. Knots, that's just a unit of speed, 1 nautical mile per hour, or just think of it as 1 mile per hour.
Oh, so those are
Course
nuts.
is yeah, so that's a nautical mile per hour. And then so course is what the angle that that indicates direction if you measure it from the from the path going north, and then you travel clockwise. So yeah, 7 to 8 degrees. And then after that, the ship changes its course to 168 degrees. So of course, 168 degrees. So that's why you can see the dotted segment, which is pointing north. And it's from there that we draw 168 degrees going clockwise. And then find 10 hours after leaving the port, the distance of the ship from the port. And next, the bearing from the port to the ship.
Yung
Ito,
ano po
pwede
dito,
kang mag, ano,
the the
pwede
the
mag-arc.
the real
Yes.
question po dito is why did the ship turn after like hours? For 4 hours. And then it literally turned just to sail 6 hours.
Well, maybe there was a mysterious destination right there. Kasi
Hmm.
it was so deliberate, straight nung path straight nung
CIA ano?
path.
CIA Island.
Yeah, I know. Or NBI levels or the CIA. Alright. National or the or barangay forces.
Mm. 4 hours on a course of 70. How's this possible?
Okay.
The distance of
So
the ship.
Pepper, the first is first thing you gotta figure out is the distance. So that's the first thing, no? Part A.
So for 4 hours, after four, actually that's possible. I mean, if you get 78 from the 78 from the north direction and 168 from the north direction, we can. Wait, is that possible?
Why not?
78. We can consider the two sides being an infinite parallel, some infinite na parallel po na parang line. So
Mm-hmm. The
we
mga
can
dash,
we
yeah.
can essentially calculate what the other angle po yung mas obtuse angle po other than 168.
Okay.
So
Yes, sige.
that is 180 minus 78, which is
Okay.
102. So from there we
Hmm.
can see
Right.
that yung parang tatlo po na nagme-meet. The acute angle is 360 minus 102 plus
Yeah.
168. So 360
Okay.
minus 102 plus 168. That is equal to 90 degrees exactly for some reason.
Oh wow. Okay. Awesome.
So somehow it
Well,
just made it so easy.
we got lucky here.
We got
Alright.
lucky. There's a
We got lucky here.
right triangle. So from
Okay.
at 18 knots and then 4 hours, so 18 times 4, that's 72 nautical miles.
Mhm.
And then it just changes 90 degrees and then it goes 6 hours at 16 knots. So 6 times 16 is 96. Oh wait, what was the other? That's the other. I forgot the other. No, it's too hard. These are big numbers. 72, and then the other one is 96.
Are there multiples of 12?
Wait. Yeah, 96 divided by 12. So we can make it 6 times 12, and the other is 8 times 12. Oh, the Pythagorean triple. So it's 10 times 12. So it's 120.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So in part A,
Is
12
solved.
times 10. So 120 nautical miles. All
Ha,
right. Find
solved.
the distance.
B. What in the world is a bearing?
Bearing. So the bearing is so so from the origin, or rather from the start of the journey, you consider uh, the line going to the north, and then uh, point to where the destination is. So kunwari, the destination, diba, start is here, and then go here, destination. The bearing would be the angle from the northern line going to the destination. So this would be the bearing.
Clockwise po or not? Ah, okay.
Clockwise. Clockwise. So if you try to decipher it from how 78 degrees and 168 degrees were measured, so it's clockwise.
Okay. So, wait. I mean, it's a 3, 4, 5 triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Cosine law. Okay. Uh, if in case kasi we need to make it as simple as possible. 3, 4, 5.
Okay, ganito.
So that
Let's label these points with letters so that you can more easily refer to them. This is A. I don't know if you can see it. I
x
can
equals
barely see it, so
94.
let me use A, B, C. Same.
So, cosine law. That's it. Okay. So we have
So
to find
okay,
angle CAB.
we have to find angle CAB.
B.
Okay. Once we found angle CAB, what do we do to it?
Add add to 78, and then we get the bearing.
I agree. Okay. So now let's just find angle CAB. Okay, you intend to use the law of cosines, the cosine law.
Abo.
Okay, and
Well,
then
actually,
to
it's
find the
also
cos.
possible to use the sine law because 120 over the sine of 90 degrees is equal to 96 over the sine of CAB.
Mhm.
In
So
a
we're
sense,
interested in the cosine of angle CAB, right?
abo.
Tama ba? You're thinking of using the law, the cosine law or the sine law.
Abo.
How about just use the fact that it's a right triangle?
What? No. Asleep. I just found out.
Okay,
96 over
so let's cosine CAB.
what's cosine CAB?
Hmm.
72 over 120. 3/5.
Yeah, all right, 3/5. And then you could find angle CAB, which is cosine inverse of 3/5.
Which
And
is
so the
approximately
bearing
53.1 something, so plus 78 is
is,
approximately 131.13 degrees.
all right. So what did you end up with?
131.130 degrees.
131.130.
Abo.
Okay, to 3 decimal places. All right.
Hmm.
Ang dali kasi 168 degrees was chosen so that we ended up with the right triangle. Ang daya naman. Sorry, ang boring ng problem. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Ay, triangle.
Uh,
Bearing from the ship. Wait, that's it.
no, of course not yet. I mean, okay, yeah, they did this problem. That's it.
bearing from the port to the ship. Okay. The bearing from the ship to the port. What's that? Hmm. Abo magus. Right triangle. Please be a right triangle.
Oh, come on. That's going to be boring. Well, di ka ba nabobore, Joshua? Right triangle mo naman. Right
93.
triangles are evil.
Right, the right triangle po is the basis of trigonometry. Without them, you will be nothing po.
Which means trigonometry is evil.
And then from there, it means calculus is evil.
Oh, yeah. The devil's work.
Inclined at an angle of 19 degrees. Always draw figure. Inclined at an angle. What? The figure exists already. Nice.
Yeah, I drew it for you. You're welcome.
Doubt.
Just
Excellent.
now. I drew it for you just now.
What? Biglaan po, ching, na ano po lahat to, naka-draw na maayos.
Nahirapan nga ako eh. You're not appreciating. So on a hill, inclined at an angle of 19 degrees with the horizontal, stands a vertical antenna. Anyway, you could read it.
It takes notes the angle. 43. At least there, the image already has the measurements that are all needed.
Yeah.
Except the fact that the guy walked almost a kilometer, but then has not even moved an inch.
Alright. Tapos di man lang pinawisan, no?
Opo, ganun lang.
Yeah.
Find the height of the antenna. Oh, this is like Thales, the what Thales did with the pyramid or something. It needs similarity. Oh, it's not similar. Wait, is it? No, it's not. But there's a right triangle hidden in it. Ha! Inside, deep inside, there's a right triangle. Baka hindi po ganyan eh. Kasi baka, di ba po dito po yung antenna, yung right, yung parang ganito po niya. Para it will be right with the hill.
Yeah. Pero let's assume sige, you're right. Okay. So kasi of course the antenna has a dimension, but for our purposes, just imagine the antenna to be a vertical structure. So yeah, basta vertical structure siya. Something like that.
It will be minutely thin with a width of exactly 0.
Yeah, parang lots of physics problems can consider objects as dimensionless.
But now, I think this will be impossible. I think
Of course, it's not impossible.
I think kailangan po na we need to do the right triangle. So it will be
Ay,
possible.
a right triangle. Ang pangit naman ng right triangle. Hindi, walang right triangle. Wala. Alright.
Let that one be h so that it will be constant. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Eto.
The distance from the bottom of the hill to the antenna should be constant. So let the distance from the bottom of the hill to where the antenna is x. So that observer traveled for some reason 1,500 feet just to get a glimpse of the antenna, and then so he walked so the distance from him to the antenna is now x minus 1,500.
All right, sige. Let me draw this. How about from the person to the base of the antenna? Yun na lang ang gawin natin x. Would that be, better kaya para hindi tayo magsusubtract. I think it's easier to add. So
Minus
how
as
about,
in.
yeah, so ito na ng x.
Okay.
And then meron tayong 43 degrees. So, okay, sige, 43 degrees. Trying to think of a different drawing or different color. So ito siya.
I think I've seen this problem. It's just that I don't remember it anymore.
Let's just call this H.
Wait, it's hidden. It's hidden. I see it. I see it. I see the problem. I see yung ano po, yung ano po yun. It's hidden in it.
Sige, okay.
So we have to find H.
Yes, we have to find H.
How can we do that? Cosine law again.
Oh.
But how do we find? We know what the biggest angle is. It's 43 degrees. Not the biggest angle, but the angle from the tip of the antenna to the base of the hill is 43 degrees. We can also already use that.
Wait, the 75 degrees angle of elevation, pero kasi that's measured from the from the horizontal. But ito, I'm gonna mark this angle. Do you see
It's
that?
also 19.
It's also 19 degrees. So that's gonna make this
A right triangle.
ay, ano, right triangle agad. Nag-drawing lang ako ng right triangle na agad. Oh, natanggal tuloy ng green incline.
Undo na lang po, undo.
O nga, no? Okay. Ayan.
Realization.
Red. So this is gonna be ng red. 75 minus 19, no? What's that?
Oh, a right triangle is really necessary to solve this problem.
Is it? Yeah. Actually, I'm thinking ng mga, kasi ibawas natin ng mga 19. Like, for example, you have the 43 degrees for the whole thing, but itong nandito lang, 43 minus 19, di ba? So that would be 27. Ito, 27 degrees. And then, this other angle here is, ano to? Itong red angle.
That's 75 minus 19 equals 56. 56 degrees. Is there anything
56
significant?
degrees.
Nothing. Wait. There's a right triangle hidden in it. And then it will solve it. Because I can use the cosine law easily. But then, there's no right triangle. SSA, can we find the other angle? Can we find the other side? No. Standard. What could that be? Oh! No. Yes, actually. So, the supplementary angle to 56 degrees is 180 minus 56, which is 124. So therefore, we can find the yellow angle, which is just 180 minus 124 minus 27 equals 29 degrees, exactly. Okay, so now from 29 degrees, we can do what? We can do nothing. Sine law? Will sine law help? Maybe.
Well, even if we don't know yet, ganito, definitely from the sine law, we can determine the sides of angle ABC. So think of it that way. At least keep in mind that the information I have here allows me to determine the side lengths of ABC. So I may need it later or maybe not, but at least I know if I have need for them, I can find them.
Opo, 1,500 over whatever sine 29 is. Wait, that will be hard. Oh no, it requires decimals. Anyway, later.
Okay
It
lang. Malamang ito decimals na talaga eh. Alright.
1,500 over sine 29 equals
So at least we know we can find this.
I think we need to find AC po.
AC. All right. But we can find AC, di ba?
Abo.
Okay. So at least planuhin natin. Okay, we know how to find AC. So isipin mo na lang the strategy natin kasi baka mamaya isipin natin, oh, it turns out I don't need AC. But at least I know how I can find AC. We haven't really used yet that much 90 degrees. We only used 90 degrees to get 27 degrees and 56 degrees. But
Oh, alam ko na po.
okay,
This is an amazing genius. So I found
okay,
out.
what?
If we find
Okay,
AC po, we have SAS of a triangle. From SAS of a
okay.
triangle, it means there's one determinate triangle for all of them. So it means we can
Hmm.
find each.
But if we know the length of CD, SAS, sorry, I suppose you're thinking A
It
is
means
56 degrees.
we can put each point in terms of x, but to know x is impossible. I mean, it is possible because we have 56 degrees.
The X is the length of CD, so basically X is
Para
CD.
po is not
They're
impossible.
replaceable with each other. So you know AC, you know 56 degrees. That doesn't really tell you right away what CD is. However, okay, fine. You were talking about right triangles.
It's time. Ano po, it has to catch up to you po at some point.
Yeah.
Wait, will it help? Ah, I
What's
see.
blue angle?
We can find AB po, diba? So from
AB.
AB,
Yeah, we can find AB.
and we know it's what's that? 43 degrees is one of its angles.
Mhm.
And we know that there's 90 degrees. So we can calculate BAE.
Angle BAE.
Abo. So from calculating BAE, X, we can use the sine law. Yes, we can use the sine law.
Actually, how about we try to find, because BAE, part of that is 29 degrees. Can we find CAE, the one I marked in blue?
Find BAE and then subtract 29. Easy.
But then there's the issue of having to find BAE.
Right triangles are necessary.
E.
Ayaw ano po, na ano po talaga ako. The right triangle is necessary. $75. We
So
can
what's
just
angle CA?
bro. How could I have not seen that?
That's why I'm pointing it out. So what's
It's 15.
CAE?
Exactly.
15 degrees. All right, so now you can find BAE.
15 plus 29 equals 34.
Okay, 444,
44.
44. But at any rate, okay. So you can find, so you have that angle, and then
We
sige,
have
ano
all the
game plan mo?
angles.
All right, okay.
But even if we know all of the angles, how in the world are we going to find out what x is?
X is. But keep your eyes on the target. H talaga nung kailangan natin.
Nakuha ko na po. So,
Okay?
since we have found, ano po, diba? Assuming we have found EC already, which is definitely possible by this point. We
Yeah.
can calculate EDB, angle ADC.
Yes.
So from there, we can use the sine law. We can use that whatever AC is over the
Yes.
sine of ADC is equal to H over the sine of 56, which is already definite.
Yes. There you go. All right. All right. So now let's just complete the angles from 56 degrees and 15 degrees. What's this angle here?
Brain fart. 109.
109 degrees. All right. And so now, so the game plan is that h over sine 56 degrees equals AC over sine of 109 degrees. And then we already talked earlier about how we can
How AC
find
is necessary.
AC kasi we know that AC over, so this is from triangle ACD, right?
Abo.
We're gonna use which triangle?
EBC.
ABC. So AC over,
Sine 27 degrees equals 1500 over sine 29 degrees.
all right, sine 29 degrees. In fact, if you look at these equations, we don't necessarily even have to figure out what AC is exactly, because from the second equation, AC is 1500 times sine 27 degrees over sine 29 degrees. We could go ahead and use that on the first equation. H is equal to AC times sine 56 degrees over sine 109 degrees. In other words, H is equal to 1500 sine 27 degrees over the sine of 29 degrees times the sine of 56 degrees divided by the sine of 109 degrees. So pwedeng
So many sines.
straight calculator work na. And this guarantees you that nangyayari kasi pag kunwari, you're trying to find the value of something and you're trying to approximate it. So kunwari, you need to figure out the length of AC. But before you can find its length, you need to know the length of PQ. And before that, you need to know the length of MN. So mangyayari kasi, when you do an approximation in representing MN, when you use that approximation as input to figure out the length of PQ, that's going to be a much weaker approximation. Because to approximate PQ, you didn't use really MN, but just an approximation for it. So ultimately, when you come up with an approximation for AC, it's based on a weaker version of PQ because it was weakened by using an approximation for MN. So as much as possible, if you could keep the approximations right until the very end, then that's going to allow you to come up with the best possible approximation. Hindi
Yun
lang
po.
dito pa
So,
lang,
1, 2,
weaker
3,
na,
1.6
ayun,
feet.
okay.
So, that is not a kilometer, but extremely tall for some reason.
All right, so what did you get again? Ano yun?
1, 2, 3, 1.60 feet.
All right. Talaga? Sine 27, did I do this right? I have my notes here. I got a different value. Parang ano siya, 1009.48. Let me try, okay? I'm gonna put it on wolframalpha.com.
Move from alpha.
So we have 1500 times sine of 27 degrees times sine of 56 degrees divided by grouping symbols before I multiply the two signs. Sine of 29 degrees with the sine of 109 degrees. This is, okay. Iba pa pala nung ano. Alright. It's,
So, apparently po, it's almost as tall as the Empire State Building.
okay, anyway, I suppose this was just, but what's the unit anyway, is it this is all feet. Okay.
Ano po yung
Guys,
result?
ito,
What?
1425 nung nakuha ko. Pero kasi you
No.
got something else eh. Ayun nga, unless there was a mistake. But anyway, it could, one just needs to check. So, parang 1425.7.
It is one
Balik
of,
na
therefore
ako.
po, it is one of the, it is in the top 15 tallest buildings in the world.
1425.79 feet. Alright. Okay. Sige pa.
It's even taller po
Kasi,
than yung yung luma pong na tallest. In 2000 lang po.
oh, so even the one that was just parang upstaged.
Living in the future na po yun. Living in 2077.
So, pataas
When
ang
the antenna
pataas.
towers become that tall.
Oh wait, hold on. Sandali nga. When we did the law of tangents, was it last February 5?
Oh no.
Do you remember? Do you remember the date?
It's coming true po. It's coming true.
Ito, Feb 5. No. Okay, I just saw something here in my notes. Pero wait, let's do ito.
The genie, the genie gave the the wish is coming true.
Wait. The mamaya na ihuli natin at the very end.
Bro.
Para may suspense.
Parang pong parang pong tawag doon? Yung, para po yung, nga po, bibigyan nga po ng independence yung country pero after 500 years.
Kukunan din ulit. Alright. Here. Okay, I'm pasting it. Alright, pasted. Let's wait for it to appear.
Wait, I just realized po all this time.
What?
Copy paste.
Yeah! Duh! Okay, it's all copy paste. Surprise! Alright, you the Hobbit wanted to measure. Anyway, there you see it. So parang did this, I suppose this illustrates how trigonometry can be used in measurements because you have those two towers and let's say they're not accessible, you can't really go there. Maybe points A and B are on the opposite side of a river and we are here on our side of the river where you can mark those two locations, points C and D, and because it's on the same side of the river, you can measure the distance 100 meters. But there are devices which allow you to measure angles from far away. So I think some surveyors do that. So you have those particular angular measurements.
A literal habit po using lasers and triangulation.
I know, right? Oh, use a method of triangulation. It's a mix of Middle Earth and sci-fi. So what's the distance between the two towers? So ito, isip tayo ng think of it as a strategy time.
Use quadrilaterals.
Yes, of course we have quadrilaterals. Multiple, kahit hindi na natin isolve, just describe the strategy.
Impossible.
Impossible na naman.
Give up na po.
Give up na.
So I really hope there was a right triangle, but there's none.
Wala, of course.
Wait, I think there is. I just have to look harder.
Okay.
Minus 24. Minus 40.
Very good. You
What?
have
No, there's
1,000
none.
meters.
Okay.
You have 1,000 meters. So any step that you do should be based on a triangle involving 1,000 meters. At least the first step.
So, uh, this is literally what surveyors do. Uh, we know 1,000. And then we know what we could know actually what the what's that? What
And say CPM
CBD
of,
is.
well, yeah. So think of the things that we can determine.
So we can go from 100 over what the sign CBD, and then we can then find what what
So
we can
sige,
find
what
what
can we find?
BC is. We can find what
Oh,
BC.
BC. Yeah, we can find BC.
This is like a passing down passing
Okay,
down.
sige, we can find BC.
Okay, from BC. We are so close. We're already in one triangle.
Oh,
So from there
so
then
I
po,
agree.
we can find what BD is.
BD. Yes. Okay, I agree. We can find the length of BD. We can find BC and BD. But try to keep your eyes on the price, on the target. We ultimately want to find AB. So I guess you're gonna have to think of a
Oh, I see.
triangle.
We can find po we can find angle CAD. So from there,
Uh,
we also know
wait,
na
can we find angle CA boy B or CA dog D?
dog,
Which
dog po.
angle? Okay, yes, CAD because you have 31, 24, and 40.
So from there, we just need to find the other angles of the other angles. The what is BAD? So wait. We already found what CBD is.
Mm-hmm.
So we are just lacking CBA. Since we already found what
CB.
CAD is, uh, we need BAD. What? I'm going in a circle.
Ganito, again, as I was saying, keep your eyes on the price. We want the length of AB. So the two
Alright,
towers, points A
I
and
got
B.
it. I think I
So,
got it.
okay.
Oh wait, I didn't get it.
Okay lang.
I was thinking about the diagonals, but maybe
Think of a triangle in which involves AB.
there are there are three triangles. That's BAD, there's CAB, and A something the intersection of the
Oh, we're gonna have
intersection.
to include yon. So ito sa say have so A, B, C. We're looking for that. In fact, what else do we know? This angle, 31 degrees.
And then we know part of CAB, but we don't know everything.
You said we can find BC, right?
Abo. So we know that. All we're lacking is CA. Is that possible to find out?
Yeah, di ba? So think of it this, working backwards. I need AB. I
Hey, it's
know the
possible.
angle
Oh wait,
opposite.
is
I
it?
know the angle opposite it, which is 31 degrees. Now, I already saw earlier how I can find BC. So can we find AC?
We found BD. If it's possible to find BD, it's possible to find CA too.
Yes, yes. If it's possible to find BD, it's possible to find CA. Can
Ha.
you see it
Okay.
now?
So I see. So we take whatever CAD is, it is possible, obviously. And then from now, 100 over sine CAD is equal to CA over sine 40. Okay, we can find CA. And this is SAS. So now since we have SAS, we can just use the cosine law and to find AB.
There you go.
So this
All
is like
right.
purely theoretical. It's hurting my brain.
Okay, let's hurt your brain more. Okay. Yes. Are we hurting your brain? Do we need
What?
to hurt it more? Yes. All right. Let's see that's it. So you have the tools. Sometimes it's thinking of ways to use them, which is which is where the fun and the challenge is gonna be. So let's write it all down. So we want to find. So first, BC. BC. So I guess you're thinking of, okay, in triangle. Yeah, to find BC, what triangle?
BC. Oh, DBC.
Triangle
BCD. BCD.
BCD. So BC over sine of. So
BC
say to me.
over BC over sine of no 100 over sine DBC is equal to BC over the sine of BDC.
Just tell me the angles if you already have that.
100 po over the sine of BDC.
Wait, hold on. As I've written it down, BC first.
Apo. So BC
Over sine.
over sine BDC.
What's sine BDC? Sine?
Sine of 95.
Yeah, and then 100 over the sine of
Wait,
what
I just
angle?
realized po it is 95. But why in the world is the figure, not over, not obtuse?
Yeah, all right. Maybe. Yeah, I understand. All right, anyway.
100,
I've
100
gone to
over
skip,
the sine of CBD.
which is.
71.
All right.
Okay,
All right,
so
so from that, we can solve for BC. Next, what about AC? What triangle do we need to use to
CED.
find AC? CAD.
This is using the
So
law of sines extensively.
yeah,
So
AC over.
AC over sine 40 equals 100 over sine CAD. CAD is 180 minus 31 minus 24 minus 24 minus 40. That's 85. So sine 85.
All right.
There.
So we have AC and BC. And
No,
then to find AB, we need the
to find
law of.
SES, we need the law of cosines.
All right, so it's AC squared plus BC squared minus twice AC BC cosine. All right. Okay. Now from the two equations we put there on the side, if you solve for AC in the second and then square it, so you're going to have 100 squared and then sine squared 40 degrees over sine squared 85 degrees. BC squared is 100 squared sine squared of 95 degrees over sine squared 71 degrees minus double. When you multiply the expressions for AC and BC, you're again going to have 100 squared, then sine of 95 degrees over sine of 71 degrees, then sine of 40 degrees over sine of 85 degrees, and then cosine of 31
There are
degrees.
so many cosines and sines.
But, well, let's put aside the 100 squared. So now,
Extreme pain writing this into the calculator.
so we're not going to compute it anymore because it's now just mechanical. Minus double cosine 31 degrees, then sine of 95 degrees, sine of 40 degrees over sine of 71 degrees, sine of 85 degrees. And then whatever that bracketed expression is, multiplied by 100 squared, that's 80 squared.
Kung hindi niyo po nasagutan yan, sabihin po, mas magaling pa daw sa inyo po yung habit.
Hindi, kasi he just used Wait, not necessarily kasi after all, sabi lang naman dito, he used the method of triangulation and came up with the figure below. Sasabihin ng Hobbit, oh wait, did I have to find AB? Wala naman sa instructions to the Hobbit eh. Tayo lang naman ang tinatanong Joshua, what's the distance between the two towers? Alright. uh, sabi ng Hobbit, ako na nga nag-measure ng angle, ako pa nung magko-compute.
Okay.
Basta pa. 7.5. This is similar to the one that we saw earlier. Pero
Tapos
sige,
kumbaga,
how about
pinis na po yung problem, nakasulat po, from USAMO.
hindi. This is hindi to USAMO. The USAMO does not use mga usually proving yun eh. Tsaka USA Math Olympiad does not require calculator work.
Yes.
Okay. Showing up shortly. Antenna naman, 300-foot tall vertical antenna placed on a hillside, angle 8 degrees to
Yes,
the horizontal.
at least po is only 300 feet, is no longer the tallest tower in the world.
Okay. But I'm gonna leave it here for you to try.
What?
Green box alert.
Live status gone.
So the problem that I saw earlier, it's a nice problem because
It uses the law of tangents.
no, actually doesn't. Prove that for any triangle, A plus B over C equals cosine of a half of alpha minus beta divided by the sine of 1/2 of gamma.
This looks
And
so
what's so nice of
this looks so reminiscent of the tangent law. The law of tangents.
but between this and the tangent law involves only of the 6 parts. So what are the 6 parts? The 3 sides and the 3 angles. The tangent law involves only 4 parts out of 6.
No.
However, this involves all 6 parts, the 3 sides and the 3 angles. Of course, the way it's stated tells us that you can write other versions. So for example, you can have A in the denominator and then B plus C here. So then the numerator would be cosine half of beta minus gamma over the sine of half of alpha. Okay. So, solve ba natin or try mo muna on your own?
This looks intimidating.
Alright, sige. Actually, I have no idea yet at this moment. Pero ganito, here's how I would do it. Okay, here's my attempt. I look at the left side, and it's all in terms of the sides.
So convert all
The
angles.
right side, yeah. Do conversion. Nung nasa right naman, all angles. So either nung nasa left, A plus B over C, convert to angles, or the right, convert to sides. But I think it might be easier to convert the left side to something in terms of angles. In particular, kasi A plus B over C is A over C plus B over C. So what? Remember the law of sines? A over sine alpha equals C over sine gamma. So the first fraction, A over C is sine alpha over sine gamma. What about B?
Sine beta over sine gamma.
All right. And in fact, now you could combine into one fraction.
Wait. So, does this mean po, A plus B over C is equal to the sine of alpha plus sine of beta over sine of gamma?
Yes. All right. But that's not the form. Although, actually, when you look at it, now it involves all the three angles as well. But the one there, that's given. I suppose it's more compact. But ganito, let's keep our eyes on the prize, on the target. Gusto natin ito nung lumabas.
I think I think it would be easier at this point po to turn back and then convert the right side into this neat form.
No, nag-start na tayo. Nag-start na tayo. Sige, kasi, okay, so we cosine half of alpha minus beta over sine of half of gamma. So if you're going to convert that into a plus b plus c, where would you start?
Go until you reach sine A plus sine B over sine gamma.
Oh, pero how exactly, di ba? I mean, how
Just
exactly
pursue
would
the
you do
algebra po blindly.
that? Okay, ganito. Let's look at what the current expression we have might have in common with the goal. No numerator, parang uncomplicated the numerator eh. So let's look at the denominators.
So
With our current denominator, yes.
convert po yung current na fraction po into what any fraction at all. At basta yung denominator na po is sine 1/2 gamma.
Okay, so I mean write this as sine of gamma times sine of gamma over 2 divided by sine of gamma over 2. Something like that.
Anything po basta over po magiging over sine 1/2 gamma.
All right. But then wouldn't you have to find a relationship between sine of gamma and sine of 1/2 gamma?
Wait, there is no relation? Oh no.
There should be. I mean, look at the angles. How are their angles related? Gamma and 1/2 of gamma.
Gamma is obviously 2 times 1/2 gamma.
Yeah. So it's like you're looking at sine of 2 theta.
Oh. Sine of 2 theta is 2 sine, okay.
Yeah, what can we say about sine of 2 theta?
That's 2 sine theta cosine theta.
All right, which means, so if, on the left side, if you start with the larger angle, sine of gamma,
2 sine gamma over 2 cosine gamma over 2.
which means we can replace the denominator with 2 sine half of gamma cosine half of gamma. And you see how, hey, we already have sine of half of gamma there. Although, of course, we still have sine of alpha plus sine of beta.
Move everything to
So,
the numerator.
all right. So observe how right now I'm not teaching you any new new theorem or new parang trigonometric function. It's just problem solving. So we have sine of alpha plus sine of beta over 2 cosine 1/2 gamma. So that at least when you compare it with the target, we see what the goal is. Cosine half of alpha minus beta, paano natin palalabasin that is equal to that? Okay, so yun ang target natin.
Punch through the algebra.
Okay, paano you're thinking of ano nung cosine of half of alpha minus beta? Paano kaya yun?
It's impossible. Check me.
Hindi, pwede yan. Ganito, look at the encircled. Nung target natin, cosine half of alpha minus beta. In what we currently have, ando ng alpha, ando ng beta, and andito pa rin ng gamma in the denominator. But if you look at the target, wala na nung gamma. So dapat mawala nung gamma. So now might be time to think of how can we remove gamma?
Gamma is 180 minus alpha minus beta.
Right. And
Oo
so,
naman po si gamma na lagi po siya nawawala eh. Puro po
so
alpha
therefore,
yun.
what is half of gamma?
90 minus alpha plus beta over 2. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking reminiscent.
So cosine of half of gamma equals the cosine of 90 degrees minus alpha plus beta over 2. Anything we could do with that? In particular, cosine of 90 degrees minus alpha plus beta over 2.
They're equivalent.
How can we, yeah, pero itong right side, I mean, we got that kasi half of gamma is 90 degrees minus alpha plus beta over 2. So, okay, that means the denominator, we can rewrite it in terms of alpha and beta na lang. Bakit gusto natin mawala ng gamma? Because in target expression, gamma is not there. So, okay, we're here. Cosine of 90 minus alpha plus beta over 2. Can we rewrite this so that there's no 90? Cosine of the complement of alpha plus beta over 2
That's not
is equal to
alpha plus beta over 2. Is it?
No.
It's
But
not negative either. Let's try for 60, 30. Oh, that's the sign.
yeah.
I just realized. I was thinking about co-functions.
All right, sine. So this is what we now have. Sine of alpha plus sine beta over, meron pa rin tayo ng 2, double sine of half of alpha plus beta. All right. Kailangan na lang natin palabasin ng cosine of half of alpha minus beta. So, okay, at least we are getting there. Some question dito, is this equal to the cosine of half of alpha minus beta? Should be. Okay, so that's our goal. So nga lang, alpha minus beta, tapos ito sine of half of alpha plus beta. This reminds me, ganito gawin natin next. Okay. No numerator, it's in terms of just alpha and just in terms of beta. Okay. Gusto natin mag-appear half of alpha minus beta. Ang isa pang gusto natin mag-appear nung half of alpha plus beta. Kasi kailangan mag-cancel nung, if you look at the denominator, dapat mawala ng denominator, di ba?
Opo.
Dapat mawala ng denominator. So dapat mag-cancel siya. So dapat nung half of alpha plus beta, mag-appear siya sa numerator. So now find a way of how to relate how can we relate the angles in the numerator, alpha and beta, with the other angles, nung half of alpha plus beta, nung sign niya sa ilalim gusto natin mawala. At the same time, we want half of alpha minus beta to appear because its cosine is what should survive in the numerator. So you have two pairs of angles on the left, alpha beta, and then these two pairs of angles, the halves of alpha plus beta and alpha minus beta, can you find a way of relating the left pair with the right pair?
Left pair and right pair. Is that possible?
Oh, they're related.
Wait. Tangent law. Oh wait, no. I'm just thinking too much.
Yeah, you're overthinking it.
A plus B, A minus B. If you add them, then that will just be A, alpha. But adding it, that will be extremely complicated if you're going to do their added, the adding. X minus y. What's this? Negative beta.
What again? What's x minus y?
Oh. Beta.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
This is looking
So therefore, yeah. So therefore, sine of alpha plus sine of beta is equal to sine of x plus y plus,
sine of x minus y. No.
and then gusto natin mag-appear, matira na lang, y and x. So let's see what this is going to be. Sine x cosine y plus sine y cosine x equals, sorry, meron pang plus. Sine x cosine y minus sine y cosine x. So what's the result?
There will be some cancel. So 2 sine x cosine y.
All right. So now this is what we now have. Meron tayong 1 over sine of half of gamma. And then the numerator, sine of alpha plus sine beta, is 2 times sine x cosine y, but x is half of alpha plus beta, as a cosine of y, which is half of alpha minus beta. Let's not forget the denominator. In the orange circled expression, 2 sine of half of alpha plus beta. And when you simplify, what's left? Say it, Joshua. What's left?
No.
Yes.
No.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So, ganito. Sometimes, kung yung solution binigay na, you can read through it. Makikita mo why it works, why it's correct. All right. Pero ayoko ng ganun eh. Kasi when you solve a problem, hindi siya basta nandyan na lang. Pero isipin mo, from where I am, how can I try to bring this closer to the target? Okay, so every now and then we're gonna keep on doing this, and it's something that you develop along the way. All right, so kita mo na ginawa natin. You know what? When I gave this problem, Joshua, I looked at the book and I didn't know how to solve it. Kaya kanina sabi ko, will I be able to solve it? Actually, I don't know. That's why I wrote here attempt. Kasi kung hindi ko siya matapos, di sasabihin ko, pag-isipan natin. Kasi gano'n naman talaga problem solving eh. If it's a problem, you don't necessarily know. So you go as far as you could. But it helps if you are deliberate about it. So as you were able to see, I keep on going back and forth between asan na ako ngayon, how can I bring this to where you want it to be. And kagaya kanina, like this problem, we want AB. What would I need to determine AB. Because I have the angle 31 degrees opposite it. So can I find AC or can I also find BC? And when we were doing this problem earlier, when I looked at this, hindi ko din alam how we would be able to find the height of the antenna. All right. It only became clearer to me as we went along. Okay, so when that happens, know that that's
Find the
perfectly
height
all
of
right.
the Empire State Building.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Joshua, Sergey, I have a meeting at 6 p.m.
Apo.
Okay,
Opo.
so I hope you learned, enjoyed. Hindi ako na parang present ng bagong theorem kasi ultimately it's solving problems. So, have a good evening.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you po,
Thank you
sir.
po.
Thank you po very much.
Bye-bye po.
Bye. Bye-bye.